is a neurologically based disability that causes word processing problems. It affects word recognition, accuracy, and fluency in language. Dyslexia is not related to intelligence, contrary to popular opinion. Careers by dyslexics include president, doctor, lawyer, teacher, actor, and many other fields. Some famous dyslexics include Richard Branson of South Africa, Whoopi Goldberg, Muhammad Ali, Walt Disney, Anderson Cooper of CNN, and Alan Gray from Africa. There's no age limit on dyslexia. One does not outgrow dyslexia. It can be difficult at times, however, to identify dyslexia. Why? Because it doesn't have a uniform profile. Here are some of the symptoms of dyslexia. Significant delays in learning the alphabet and other elementary expectations consistent with elementary milestones. Confusion between similar letters like B and D and other reversals. Then there's difficulty recognizing sight words, difficulty identifying letter sounds like what's the beginning sound, what's the middle sound, what's the ending sound. And then there's sometimes a delay in spoken language. Then there's also problems with reading comprehension. Now, some people ask, should dyslexia be discussed with a dyslexic student? Absolutely. It can be discussed in an age-appropriate way. You see, the more the dyslexic learner understands, the less fearful they will be. The dyslexic child needs to know more information, not less, about how they learn than the average learner. Now let's look at the way some dyslexic learners see letters. It is inconceivable to the average learner how the dyslexic learner sees the letters. They may see the letters at times as if they're falling off the page. That is why sometimes they're reading and they would just, it seems as if they're jumping. So they're skipping lines on the page. To some dyslexics, letters don't even make any sense. It's like an English-speaking person trying to understand Hebrew or Greek symbols. Letters and words for those people cause major frustration. What about a cure for dyslexia? There is no known cure for dyslexia. However, if it is diagnosed early, there's a good prognosis for students that are given direct instruction using a multisensory approach. The dyslexic learner should be encouraged and affirmed to maintain a positive self-image. Medication is not needed or recommended for students with dyslexia unless there's some other issue that's going on with them. But just for the dyslexia, no, there's no need for medication. The dyslexic child needs, or the dyslexic learner needs direct instruction using a multi-sensory approach. The dyslexic learner will benefit most if they receive instruction from a professional who is trained in multimodal instruction using a modified, individualized curriculum. Two of the proven programs designed for dyslexia are the Orton-Gillingham approach and the Lindemood Bell. Dyslexia is believed to be the most common of all the learning disabilities, not just reading disabilities. It is widely agreed upon that approximately 5 to 17% of students in a classroom may be dyslexic. Black males are overrepresented in special education programs and have a high rate of school suspensions and expulsions. According to the Black Star Project, they found that 10% of 8th grade black boys in America are considered proficient in reading. National Assessment of Education Progress found that 46% of white to 17% black males are adequate readers. Dyslexia must be addressed early. The first step is to identify the dyslexic learner, and that is important. Whenever dyslexia, or usually when dyslexia is addressed early, there's a vast improvement in how the student is able to learn. If what is done is playing catch up after the student has gone on for years and years of being frustrated, then it'll be even more difficult for them to really reach their full potential. Here's the question. If approximately 4 or 5 students in every classroom is probably dyslexic, multiply that by 10 classes in any school, we're up to 50. Multiply that again twice, and we have 100 students in a school that's dyslexic. If dyslexic is such a problem in our schools, and this is not just in Africa or in the United States, it's all over the world, shouldn't every single school have at least one person designated to work with the dyslexic learner? Because if there's no person in your school who is dealing with the dyslexic student, year after year, there will be dropouts of hundreds, more so nationwide, thousands, more so worldwide, millions of students will be dropping out of school because there's no one in the school to address the issue of dyslexia. Dyslexia needs to be addressed early, and I challenge every administrator to make sure that there is someone in your school who is not just aware, but who is trained on how to deal with the dyslexic learner.